Hi colleagues, today I'll share with you how we use Google's free NotebookLM to develop podcasts to help UN staff in the Gambia with the annual reporting exercise, as to make them understand the annual reporting exercise better. But let me start off by sharing some context of where this came from. So our review of the lessons learned from last year's annual reporting exercise identified 3 challenges in our reporting process. The first is that agency staff who report the data but are not data experts find it difficult to use UN info. The second is that agencies will often use inconsistent reporting methods, complicating efforts to show unified results. And lastly, the data that we often receive from agencies often emphasize statistics at the expense of human narratives. To solve this problem, we used AI to develop a comprehensive results reporting guide that addresses UN info complexity through using simple, accessible language, step-by-step instructions, practical examples, and structured visual frameworks. Complemented the guides with standardized templates for results tracking and human interest stories, which streamline the reporting process through section-specific guidance and quality assurance checklists. In simple terms, we got all the guidance from DCO and used AI to develop the guidelines, so that whilst the guidelines from DCO are almost specific to RCOs, we made this now specific to agencies. We then leveraged Google's free notebook LM to create podcasts that can teach staff about the guidelines and the templates that we've developed. For those of you who might not know about this, Google's Notebook LM is a free AI-driven research and note-taking tool designed to help users to sympathize and interact with their documents. It can generate summaries, explanations, and answers based on uploaded content, including PDFs, Google Docs, websites, and Google Slides. However, a standout feature of Notebook LM is the audio overviews, which transform documents into engaging podcasts like audio discussions between AI-generated hosts, which makes complex information more accessible to understand. To access Google Notebook LM, you go to notebooklm.google.com, and once you're here, you click Try Notebook LM, or if you've not yet created your account, you create your account using your Google login credentials. So once you've logged in, you click on Create New. Means you want to create a new notebook, which is where you can work from, and then upload the documents which you would like to work with. In this case, we would like to create a template that discusses this human interest story. So all I do is I add the document. Once the document is added as a source, and once it's processed, you will get this. And it is at this stage where you can then use to create your podcast. So at this point, you could just generate, which will generate a podcast of 2 people. You can see here, 2 hosts speaking in English. But what we want to do is make it a little bit more customized. So we'll click here on customized, and then here you have to say in 500 characters what you want it to be like. So I am going to say create an 8-minute podscript teaching you and stuff about annual reporting, and then click generate. It'll take a couple of minutes for the AI to generate the podcast. Once the AI is done creating the podcast, you will get something like this. And on the right hand side, you can just click on this and press download, and you will have your podcast downloaded and ready to go. So guys, that's how you can use NotebookLM to create engaging educational podcasts that teach people about your documents. We've shared the results of our podcasts with our DCO colleagues, and hopefully they might also share them with you. Thank you.